Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 21 online CFM game. We are almost at week 7 of the 2024 season here in the Premier Madden League, but first things first, our Detroit Lions are just casually going to make a blockbuster trade to start off today's video. Jeremiah Moon and Justin Shorter are gone, as well as Sam Laporta. So surely that means we have to be getting a dynamic player in return, right? Haha, Khalil Mack is on his way to the Detroit Lions. We've been talking about this for a while, about how we needed to trade one of our wide receivers. We had too many mouths to feed, too much talent. We needed to get something great in return, and something great in return we have gotten. Unfortunately, it's also going to cost us Jeremiah Moon and Sam Laporta to pull it off, but we have ourselves a dominant edge rusher and just a dominant player all around on defense in Khalil Mack. And he has edge threat, he has no outsiders as his abilities. Even with all the regression in the league, Khalil Mack is still a superstar X Factor, and hopefully he plays at that level for our Detroit Lions. We'll pair him on the outside with Julian Okwara, with Jeremiah Moon gone. That's going to move Anthony Barr to inside linebacker for us, and we'll see how Khalil Mack plays. He's back in the NFC North, and he's looking to terrorize the Minnesota Vikings. Our run of 6 straight games against NFC North rivals continues, and no rival has been a bigger threat to our Detroit Lions throughout our stay in the Premier Madden League than the Minnesota Vikings. We've had some epic battles with Minnesota. Remember that week 17 win or go home game in season 1. The Vikings took over the rivalry for a little bit, then our Lions grabbed the reins with a sweep in season 4. It's time to write another chapter as we are underway. The 5-0 Detroit Lions off the bye week. The 5-1 Minnesota Vikings. Whoa, who nearly started off with some pain. That could have easily been picked off, but Minnesota will dodge the bullet and deliver a dime. Jamie Newman over the head of the defender, finding Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is the most dynamic player in this Vikings offense. Newman trying to spread the ball around as well. They do have Justin Jefferson. They have Justin Ross. 2 Justins that are definite, beast. And they also have Frank Latson, but thankfully for us, we're able to force the incompletion intended for Latson. That was actually Christian Holmes on the coverage, and we forced a punt early on. So job done for our Detroit Lions, handing it off to John Emery, who gets absolutely cracked. Second down, Chenault in the game for the screen pass. Unfortunately, ball was not delivered correctly. I don't know how else to say that, as we are stepping around in the pocket. Down low, a dime to Kenny Galladay. That'll just get us first down yardage. RPO, and DJ, he'll throw it away, but that's going to be a penalty. Not an intentional grounding penalty, but a legal man downfield, and one of the offensive linemen definitely took way too long on that RPO. DJ escaping away from Daniel Hunter. Now he'll throw it. That's going to be, I'm not sure that's caught inbounds by Debo. It doesn't matter. It wasn't caught, but it's a penalty nonetheless. That'll be an illegal forward pass. So a couple of self-inflicted penalties hurting us right now as DJ, he'll take off for sure this time. Whoa! And he'll get his head taken off by Divine Diablo. Oh, that'll take your breath away. A big mistake there by the young quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei. And now Dalvin Cook and the boys are granted an immediate red zone opportunity. Chris Carson getting the handoff. That'll set up a 3rd down and short midway first quarter. It's going to be Cook up the middle, fighting through the trenches. He'll easily get the first down and a couple of yards afterwards as Carson now in. It's a game of musical chairs between the Vikings running backs, taking their turns, punishing the Lions defense. That'll be Carson in for 6, and a big mistake early on by our Detroit Lions, and definitely on that fumble. I wanted to slide, but I actually hit the circle button thinking that I was going to spin with DJ, which is dumb, but I forgot I was on conservative ball carrying. And by the way, we're still on conservative ball carrying as we fumbled the kickoff with Ty Johnson, and Dalvin Cook will make us pay in one play, and we quickly go down 14-0. And like I said, self-inflicted errors by our Detroit Lions, and not something that you want to have against one of the most dominant defensive units in the league, the Minnesota Vikings. A quick 14-0 deficit. We're going to be playing from behind for a bit in this one. So
Yeah, the DJ, when I thought I hit circle to spin, didn't happen. I was confused, and, you know, I was like, oh, damn, I guess I'm not ready to slide yet. And then the kick return is just like, well, what else can you do, right? Throw your hands up. Fumbling has been an issue the past couple of weeks for our Detroit Lions. Right now, our issue is this third down and and DJ will deliver a nice pass to Cole Kmet. Hopefully, that can stop the bleeding, and we can gain control of this game. It's been a sloppy start, but a couple of first down, put some points on the board, and we'll be right back in this thing like nothing even happened. Oh, DJ feeling the middle penetration, and he'll throw the ball away in Galladay's area, but the refs are going to deem it intentional grounding. So now we turn what was almost a first down, a second down and 1, into a third down and 15. DJ rolling, looking for something. No one really open. DJ lost the ball again. Daniel Hunter on his case in this one, and it's going to go out of bounds, the fumble, but it's still going to be a punt by our Detroit Lions. And once again, self-inflicted penalties or errors, right? The penalties, the fumbles, it's all things that we pretty much can prevent, besides the Ty Johnson one. That one was just like, well, as we have a third down run by Dalvin Cook, he'll get the first down. So, you know, thankfully, these are very long games, so we just got to play some defense, right? That's the most important thing. We haven't seen much from the Vikings offense besides their ground and pound attack. Let's make them try to beat us on this side of the field. Let's say, all right, 14 points is all you're getting. Good luck as we have a first down for Jamie Newman. Woo, swatted by Khalil Mack. How about Mack's first contribution as a Detroit Lion being in pass coverage is Dalvin Cook getting away on the shotgun run. He'll make it a third down and 5 as Newman once again out the spread. Quick pass. It's picked off. Tracy Walker, and they'll roll out the red carpet for Tracy because he's going to be escorted for 6. Oh, Tracy, I love the way you're walking when you're walking that way. How about that being a play that we badly needed? That would be an understatement. That was more than the pick was the play we needed. The pick 6 was just, hey, thank you very much. We'll take that as well. And now, after our horrific start, doesn't look that bad. We're only down 7, right? You take that. And you get the ball coming out of halftime? Sure, why not? And how about Khalil Mack making a tackle for loss in pass coverage? Maybe we should get Khalil Mack rushing the passer more. But, I mean, pass coverage isn't looking too bad as Michael Wright delivers a crushing blow to Irv Smith. Now it's a third down. We're looking to gain the momentum. Here is Newman. Good pocket. Going for Irv, who makes the catch. And Irv, what just happened to the Detroit Lions? He'll stroll in for 6 after a collapse of the Lions secondary. My goodness. It looked like Walker at the very least was going to get a hand on that football. Should have gotten a hand on that football. I guess we got a bad animation. Bad animation would be an understatement for what happened afterwards when it looked like he spammed the catch button with Irv, knowing that he pretty much threw it into coverage and jumped away from 3 of our guys who all fell at once. That one, well, you throw your hands up and you say Madden, as it looked like Emery was running into DJ right there, and then DJ runs into Yannick Ngakoue, and then we throw a pick and once again give the Vikings pretty much a red zone opportunity for the 3rd time early on in this game. It's hard to win games when you're beating yourself, and that's simply what we're doing right now. You know, we're getting Madden, right? But then you're also making mistakes, and here you are down 21-7 with the offense threatening to score. This time we stop the Carson stretch. Third down. It's Dalvin from the 1, and he'll get absolutely stuffed by his former teammate, Anthony Barr. Remember, as the Vikings kicked the field goal to get a 17-point lead, we talked about Jeremiah Moon being traded. That was going to move Anthony Barr to that middle linebacker position. That's going to give him a lot more responsibilities in the 3-4. And, well, he stepped to the table there. We'll take that as we have DJ going underneath to Deebo Samuel. And now, with Justin Shorter officially out of town, well, this confirms that, you know, Deebo, this is your job. You're wide receiver number 3. You've been playing well. Continue that for us. And, hey, maybe lead us to an epic comeback against the Minnesota Vikings, and you'll get a lot of praise. And, you know, while we're doing all this with Amon-Ra St. Brown, I know a lot of people are wondering, why didn't you trade Deebo, right? Maybe you could have traded Deebo. He's a higher overall to get Khalil Mack or someone good, as that's nothing good. That's going to be picked off yet again for DJ, who is having, oh man, just a game to forget right now. And we're still in the second quarter. Vikings looking to add to the pain, going underneath to, I believe, the fullback running a route there, getting some separation more than he really should as Bobby Wagner makes the tackle. Vikings in the red zone one more time, and they're really just going to stick to the ground right now because we're offering it to them. They're like, all right, we can just run this ball. We don't really have to pass. Last time we really tried to air it out, we threw a pick 6. Let's just throw a screen on third down as we have a penalty here. For now, Dalvin Cook somehow, some way, powers for the first down.
and it's going to be a first down regardless. Actually, it's going to be more than a first down. Put 2 yards on it, 2.5. That's roughing the passer on Jordan Birch, and it's Carson in yet again. My. You know, that third down screen pass, you're like, all right, we had to stop. Breaks the tackle, and there's a roughing the passer, so it didn't even matter. We got the stop. Like, hey, you just throw your hands up. I really don't know what to do in these past couple of games to stop, like, some of the bad luck we've been having. But I do know that, like I said, there's some things that we could do to prevent the bad plays, the bad, you know, offense and defense execution that we've been having, mainly on the offensive side of the ball. And part of that probably would be getting John Emery the ball a little bit more. We haven't really ran the ball. We've had success running the ball against the Vikings in the past. That was Emery's second carry of the game. So, yeah, I would say if we ran the ball a little bit more, we would not be down this much. But I guess that is hindsight talking. Third down and inches here. Once again, a short yardage situation. Nothing going right. It's going to be 4th down and inches, and we might as well go for it here. Really nothing to lose at this point of the game. Down 24. Chenault out the backfield here, and maybe Chenault can get carries too. Anybody can get carries as long as we run the ball a little bit more and keep it a bit more balanced. But with only 36 seconds left, we do have to try to push this football. Push it out of bounds especially. Kenny Golladay will get that job done. 34 seconds left. That's going to be a timeout by the Minnesota Vikings. Our Detroit Lions still possessing 2 timeouts in this half as DJ handles the bad snap, stepping up in the pocket. Oh, swatted by Diablo, who's having quite the game. Intended for Khalil Mack, who looked like he had some space, but Diablo with the athletic play underneath. That's going to be Tyquan Thornton. And now with Justin Shorter, we talked about Debo having to step up. Tyquan Thornton is officially now our wide receiver number 4, especially when we run those 4 wide receiver sets like we are right now. Oh, DJ, what a play! Getting away from a collapsing pocket and delivering a perfect pass to Kenny Golladay, setting up a first down and goal, but we do have no timeout, so we got to be careful here. Middle penetration. DJ rocked, but thankfully we are able to just get an incompletion that stops the clock. Here's DJ up high. Golladay gets a hand on it before a couple of Vikings get a hand on him to force the incompletion. Still no timeouts. 11 seconds left. 3rd and goal. DJ rolling to the right side. Buying time in the corner. It's Komet. Oh no! He didn't get both feet in bounds. I don't think he got either foot in bound. And 4th down and goal at the 5. Could go for it here, but and I'll just kick the field goal. Just play the long game. Once again, that's another one where you just throw your hands up, right? You find the open guy in the back of the end zone, and he doesn't get his big ass feet in. Like, all right, Madden, cool. So that's by the way, that is a superstar quarterback as the backup for the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings drafted a backup quarterback that ended up becoming a superstar, but Jamie Newman at this point in the CFM is about a 95 overall. Jamie Newman in real life got cut before training camp, but for the Minnesota Vikings, he has been their franchise guy since the 2021 NFL draft, as we have Laviska Shenault running the ball to start the 3rd quarter. At this point, you know, there's no real playbook for coming back from down 21, but you know, if anybody's going to come back from down this kind of heavy deficit, well, I'd bet money on our Detroit Lions, right? We are the comeback kids, right? As John Emery underneath, he'll get the catch, and that will, you know, stabilize things, right? We take whatever the Vikings are giving us and go from there. Unfortunately, that time trying to take some rushing yards, Yannick Ngakoue chasing down DJ at the very least. Good thing we didn't fumble the ball. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to make sure we don't fumble the ball there because, well, he'll give himself up. Don't want to take those hits in the middle of the field as DJ. Oh, you can tell DJ's confidence is a little bit off. You know, missing open passes like that. DJ's been pretty good for us this season as Khalil Mack making moves, trying to right his wrongs after giving up a chance at getting 4 extra points on that catch in the corner of the end zone. Nice play right there. But yeah, DJ, you know, having a bit of a rough game, but you know, we just got to continue to do what we're doing. What we're doing right now is perfect, right? If we could put together a touchdown playing like this, there's still a lot of time left to force some mistakes by Minnesota. 3rd down. It's probably 4 down territory here as DJ getting away from the pressure. Now last second trying to fire it to Tyquan Thornton, but that's going to be Yannick Ngakoue who's going to get a hand on that one and swat it. You know, got a guy open. He makes the athletic play, the defender, to swat the ball. Well, we'll just kick our field goal. At this point, I actually am frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I'll kick my field goals. Madden, you do whatever you want to do. I'll just play at your pace, right? I'll try my best, but I'm going to play at your pace, and I'm not going to get any more frustrated than I already am. And we'll try to play good defense, because the defense has not really been playing terrible this game despite the score, right? Defense has been doing their job. They just haven't been on the field much. The one thing that we haven't done the best a job of is, you know, stopping the power running game of the Minnesota Vikings, but we've also put ourselves in horrific spots as Dalvin Cook legitimately powering his way through there. But yeah, back to the point about the Debo thing. I kind of tailed off from that as Dalvin Cook is now on fire. That's nice. But yeah, no one in the league wanted to really trade for Deebo Samuel. Deebo didn't really have much trade value amongst like any of the other users in the league, as the Vikings will deliver a dime to Justin Jefferson in the corners. So, you know, what was I couldn't trade Deebo. Like, there's no one was really giving up anything. But for Justin Shorter, even though he's a lower overall, people see he's faster, he's taller, he's a superstar X factor, and one team just so happened to be willing to give up Khalil Mack for him, and well, Khalil Mack fills a hole for us. We had Anthony Barr at that left outside linebacker position, but I mean, Khalil Mack is on the table. We'll go after Khalil Mack. And, you know, we actually were not going to give up as much. It was just going to be shorter for Khalil Mack straight up. That was the initial trade, right? But there is a trade committee in this league. No one really knows who's in the trade committee. Like, I'm not even sure it's people that are in the CFM. But there's a trade committee that voted against the Justin Shorter for Khalil Mack straight up. And after a couple of failed trade attempts, we were at the negotiating table for a while. We actually gave up on the trade, but, you know, a last second, you know, split decision. I kind of threw out this trade offer to the Falcons guys. Like, all right, you want to do this? And he said okay, and it ended up working out for us, and we did the deal. And oddly enough, it's actually the Falcons user who had Khalil Mack that tried to push to make this trade happen. I wasn't the one that pushed to make this trade happen in the league. I wasn't really thinking that way, but this guy was willing to give up Khalil Mack, and it worked out for us, I feel like. Even though we haven't seen Khalil Mack do much, we also haven't seen Khalil Mack have the opportunity to do much, right? Like, the Vikings haven't really had much long passing situations, right? Khalil Mack, his best chance to make plays for us would be if we're up and, you know, we need a pass rush to really come through as someone's trying to air the ball out, kind of like last week against the Green Bay Packers. So, you know, just put ourselves in a bad position right now, but don't sleep on the fact that we are still trying to engineer something in this game. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down 21 points. It's looking pretty dire, but we are on a pretty good drive right now, and DJ starting to click together some easy passes as the Vikings are pretty much in a prevent defense, and we'll go sweep to Laviska Shenault, and Shenault needs a block, and he's got it, and then some. Morig misplays in the middle of the field, and that's going to get Shenault the touchdown. So do your dance, young man, and we make it a 14-point game with 7:16 remaining. And now it's up to the defense from here, right? We've done the job to stabilize things, and now the defense that's been playing pretty solid so far, we got to make sure we stop Dalvin Cook and Chris Carson and force Jamie Newman to beat us in the air. That is the game plan right now, but look at the time Newman has, and he'll take off. Where's Khalil Mack? Where's Akwara? Where's Hand? Where's anybody? Thankfully, we got a hand on Dalvin Cook. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 with 6:08 remaining. Man in motion. That is Latson getting the ball. He'll break the tackle. He'll get the first down and yards after that, and he'll go out of bounds. Oh, Eric Stokes had him dead to right there as Dalvin trying to get shaky there, somehow brace off the Bobby Wagner tackle, and, well, well, you throw your hands up. You get the guy for the stop. You're going to force a punt. He breaks the tackle. I mean, if that's not just the way this game has gone, I don't know what is. We put ourselves in this hole, and, you know, then Madden kind of finished us off. But, I mean, you know, in a 16-game season, it's going to happen like this sometimes, right? I usually never aim for a 16-0 season in the CFM, right? That's not something I'm thinking, oh, let's go undefeated this season. I actually like losing games. Not many games, right? Like, we lost way too many games in Season 3 when we went, like, 7-9 or whatever. But I like when we lose and we can learn from our losses. Because despite the mistakes that, like, you know, besides stuff that happened against us, there are mistakes that we're making that I feel like are good teaching points for our players. Like, for one, I don't think I'm going to be back on conservative carrying for a little bit. Because, well, quite simply, it doesn't work, man. How many times have we fumbled this season on conservative? So, like, clearly it doesn't work that well conserving, like, making sure we don't fumble, and we just keep fumbling. So might as well bring jukes and spins back into the game and have some fun. And we're gonna fumble, we're gonna have fun fumbling, right? As we gotta throw it to Galladay underneath. And then, you know, beyond that, I think obviously we started the game off a bit too pass heavy. Maybe we don't do that exactly, especially since we play the Vikings in a couple of weeks, right? Like, some of the stuff we're learning right now we can use immediately 2 games from now as we go underneath Tier 2 Deebo Samuel. But, you know, we're looking for more of a bigger bang home game, introducing Khalil Mack to the squad, and we end up losing our first game of the season instead. As, whoa, was that in bounds? I don't think it was, but the booth doesn't review it. Nonetheless, a crazy grab by Monra St. Brown, but eventually we pay for our sins. We're picked off by Mike Hughes and Vikings. All right, I thought he would give himself up there, but he tried to make a play, and eventually they will kneel the ball out and end this one. So, Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to be making any more trades. I think our salary cap is pretty much limited at this point because Khalil Mack brought in like a $20 million cap hit, and we traded away Jeremiah Moon, Justin Shorter, and Sam Laporta all on rookie deals. So, Justin Shorter, the Jeremiah Moon loss was unfortunate, but I mean, like I said, Anthony Barr can fill that role, maybe not as well as Jeremiah Moon, but at a decent enough clip that will be accepting as far as, the loss versus the gain of getting Khalil Mack on the squad. By the way, I forgot to get Khalil Mack's X Factor activated. I believe we have 5 X Factor players on defense, so only 3 of those X Factors can be activated at once on each side of the ball. So we did not have Khalil Mack's X Factor going. I'm going to put it on for the next game, so whenever. Like, Khalil Mack, all he needs to do is get his X Factor going is to get a tackle for loss or a sack. He had 3 tackles for loss. That means he could have been lit up 3 times in that game, and we missed that opportunity. And I feel like his X Factor is probably more worthy than having, like a Tracy Walker or a Bobby Wagner X Factor. Like those, they're cool, but I don't know how cool they are, even Michael Wright. So we're quickly going to fast forward to the Week 8 game against the Chicago Bears. And now's a good time for me to tell you, there are not 2 games in this video. There are 3 games in this video. Because the Chicago Bears game, as we seem to have annually, the second game against the Bears is going to be a CPU game. For some reason, the Bears play all their games. It just so happens to be like one game a season against us. The Bears are always like out of town or something because the Bears user, he plays, I believe, college football or something. So sometimes he's just on the road and, he can't play. Right? You got to focus on bigger things than Madden sometimes. So much respect to him. Best of luck to him. But we'll hopefully take a win against the Bears CPU. We are 1-1 against the Bears CPU so far. Of course, we did lose that game that, maybe we didn't really try too hard to win, and then when we actually needed to win the game in Season 4 against the Bears CPU, we pulled it off. Now Season 5, this is, next gen, playing against the computer in the CFM. It's the first time we're doing this. We'll see how it goes. So far, so well. So, since we have, well, for one, Amon St. Brown wide open, we're just going to throw an easy touchdown and go up 21-0. But since we do have 3 games in this video, if you saw the schedule the way it looks, that means we're actually going to have both of our games against the Minnesota Vikings in this one video. So we're going to have a rematch against Minnesota after we kick the CPU's butt. Thank you very much, Jamie and Sherwood. That's a pick going for 6. I got a little taunty on the CPU and nearly paid because Zach Wilson almost knocked our dude out. We almost lost the football there. So shout out to the Bears for getting into field goal range here, and Blake Corum trying to do what he can, but eventually that's going to be a field goal up and good. So yeah, I think that's all we can say about the trade and all that. Like I said, it was in the works for a little bit, and it sucks losing Justin Shorter, but I just feel like what we have with Kenny, Amonra, and Debo is good enough to where we can put Shorter out of the mix if it gets us Khalil Mack. Right? Like, I feel like, you got to go for a guy like that with, the right superstar abilities of edge threat and no outsiders, especially edge threat, right? And then along with how well Julian Okwara has been playing for us this season so far, as Kenny Golladay, see you later, 79 yards for the touchdown. And I think it's about to be bringing the backups territory against the CPU. We're going to have to bring the backups in and let Caleb Williams finish the game off after this. Oh, after this fake punt by the Bears, down 32 points. Hello? What? Oh, man. Hello, Antoine Littleton for the touchdown. Antoine Littleton always scoring in garbage time. We missed Antoine Littleton last game. That might be the key to get that man a touch or two. This pissed me off right here. It was my fault for the play call, leaving Allen Robinson one-on-one with Michael Wright, who's definitely more of a zone corner than a press man coverage corner. But, man, we were going to go the whole game without giving up a touchdown. Then I did that with like 30 seconds left for no reason. But, yeah, so now that we got our win against the Bears, that's going to move us to a 6-1 record. If you think our schedule was odd going against 6 straight NFC North rivals, let me tell you how the Minnesota Vikings schedule is looking like. So they play us in Week 7, then they have their bye week, and then they play us in Week 9. Like, Madden, what? What team plays a game against the squad, goes on a bye week, and then plays against the same team? So the Vikings are literally going to have back-to-back games against our Lions, and we're pretty much going to have back-to-back games against the Vikings because, I mean, that counts as a win, but it's not going to count as a game against a user. So really, the last time both of us played a series game in the league was against each other, and here we are. This time around, the stakes, I suppose, are a bit higher because now we're going from the primetime afternoon game to legitimate primetime football, Sunday night football against the Minnesota Vikings. We'll go on the road this time around. Hopefully going on the road can be a bit better luck for our Detroit Lions. I believe we've only won in Minnesota once in this entire CFM, and that was last season. So yeah, Minnesota has not been kind to us, but hopefully we can flip the script and at the very least deliver a more competitive game, because as we continue this run through the NFC North, we are, 3-1 right now? It'd be nice to get hopefully one, if not two more wins and put ourselves in pole position to contend for the NFC North, because as we both enter this game with 6-1 records, ourselves and the Vikings, whoever wins this game is in first place, sole possession. We'll split the season series, but whoever wins this game will be up a game in the division. So I mean, if that's not nothing to play for, I don't know what is. So here we are at US Bank Stadium, and we are underway. 6-1 at the top of the table in the NFC North. Who's going to separate themselves? Or will we have a tie and we'll still be tied at first in the NFC North? I doubt it, but let's see what happens. You can never say never. And the Minnesota Vikings are going to attack the same way they did last time out, with Dalvin Cook running the ball. Second down. That looked risky right there. Eric Stokes all over that underneath route. That'll bring up a third down. Jamie Newman with the ball. This is the situation. We want him in, but he delivers a dime to Justin Ross for the first down as Dalvin Cook getting some blocks, making a spin move. Whoa! And losing the ball. Oh, Will Harris lit him up. And look at Tracy Walker gone again. They roll out the red carpet one more time. Tracy Walker loves playing against the Vikings, and he loves walking into the end zone against the Minnesota Vikings. This touchdown could have a bit more long-term consequences than the previous touchdown Tracy Walker had, because that was 7 points and ultimately a game that we ended up losing by like 21. This could be 7 points that could swing the momentum, but it's not going to swing much momentum if we're giving up plays like that to Irv Smith underneath Dalvin Cook. We said we wanted Jamie Newman to pass the ball, and we didn't want to go against that ground and pound attack from the previous game. Well, we're going against the ground and pound attack. They're getting us. He's passing the ball. He's getting us. Underneath, no, he's mainly just going to his running backs and his fullbacks and all that, but they're getting us right now. Oh, now they're not getting us. We get the pick with Eric Stokes, who nearly got up and got going. Hey, man, you can only check it down once so many times as DJ's lost the ball, and he's able to pick it up back himself and slide down an unblocked rusher right there. That, once again, unforced mistakes. Come on, guys. But thankfully, we are able to get the ball back just to eventually get sacked on third down by immediate penetration from A'Shawn Robinson. So our opening offensive drive could have went better for sure, as we have a return outside. Robertson getting away from Taysom Hill before he finally wraps him up, but not before the Vikings immediately enter scoring range as Jamie Newman, he's getting away. Khalil Mack in coverage again. I need to stop calling plays where Khalil Mack goes into coverage. We could have used them there. Second down, Vikings running the ball. Dalvin Cook gets tackled by Khalil Mack right there, bringing up a third down. It's Carson to the left side. It's Carson nearly into the end zone. Michael Wright will make the tackle at the 2. Vikings get the first down conversion. They'll go no huddle. Carson staying in the backfield, getting the ball. Not getting too far. Aiden Hutchinson making the tackle. Second down, it's Cook back in the game. It's Cook. Stood up. Khalil Mack there to make that tackle as well. Now it's third down out the shotgun. Dalvin Cook gets the ball, gets the touchdown. Oh, we were close. We were close with Anthony Barr. That was our play to make. I just didn't make it. We were close, but no cigar. Vikings ultimately end up getting the touchdown and tie the game up early first quarter. A lot of football to be played, and it's really on this offensive side that John Emery might have to be our guy, because we are, making too many mistakes, whether it's in pass protection or passing the ball. And to calm things down, unlike we did in the previous game, John Emery may be our guy as DJ rolling to the left side. Got all day to go downfield. Galladay with the grab. Lit up by Diablo. We need to limit Diablo's effect in this game, as well as John Emery already with a bunch of more carries than he had the entire first half of the previous game. Debo Samuel outside. Debo on the RPO. He'll get the first down. We go into the red zone. Now it's Ty Johnson who will get stopped. in a sandwich full of Minnesota Vikings. Second down. DJ! DJ's done a good job stepping up in the pocket. That's the one thing that I do like that we're seeing from DJ Uyongole against these Vikings. That's not great. Morik with the great tackle in the backfield on Emery. 4th down and 1. Chenault in the backfield for these Lions, who will go with DJ in trouble. But it's a first down. It is a first down. The referees give us the spot, and the Vikings say, no, sir. We're challenging that one. That was not a first down. They think they got the stop. They might have gotten the stop. The referees don't think they got the stop. So here's John Emery, first down and goal, looking for the touchdown and nearly getting it down, maybe a half a yard short. Emery back in on the counter. He's got it. John Emery for the touchdown. Oh, that 4th down conversion, man. I mean, for one, I did not hit a spin move, right? I have the ball carrying is not unconservative. It's on balance as we draw a roughing the passer penalty. A bit of a frustration play right there from the Vikings. But yeah, I didn't spin right there. Long story short, it was one of those lame auto spins, or else we easily had the first down. I guess Madden said, all right, we screwed you over. We won't cost you the first down. All right, whatever. I call it a fair deal, and we move on. Oh, look at that pressure from Okwara with Khalil Mack in the game. That will allow Okwara a lot more one-on-one opportunities. 3rd down, picked off. Jamie Sherwood, 2nd consecutive game with an interception. He won't take that one back for 6, but now it's our Detroit Lions being gifted good field position and trying to take advantage with some monster running from John Emery and some bully ball from Littleton, but we will draw a penalty, and once again, penalties continuing to kill us on the offensive end. That's going to be holding, backing us up to the 13-yard line in motion. Kenny Galladay looking for some blocks. Galladay wrapped up by Hunter, and that'll make up the penalty yards and then some. RPO, 2nd down. Galladay got it, and it's the Galladay season as the Detroit Lions find the end zone once more. Kenny G for the touchdown. This game is looking better, right? All we have to do is not beat ourselves and maybe let the Minnesota Vikings make the mistakes, right? They got cute with Dalvin Cook juking around one too many times. Will Harris made them pay. Sherwood's making them pay, and now it's Bobby Wagner with the interception. We force him to play under pressure, and this is the result, right? It's a complete night and day effort right now, and it's our Detroit Lions who are once again dominating field position as DJ in trouble. Gotta get it out. He does. It's going to be intentional grounding, unfortunately, right there. But a heroic effort from DJ to avoid getting sacked, I suppose. But it's still going to be a 3rd down and a mile as we unnecessarily cut with John Emery outside. Emery already 10 rushes early in the going here as the field goal by Johnny Hecker up and good. Some people are wondering why Johnny Hecker is our kicker, by the way, and not our punter, and vice versa for Tucker McCann, the 2-time reigning kicker of the year in the NFC Conference. I love saying that, by the way. I don't know how in the world we won that award twice. But anyways. Johnny Hecker has the focus kicker superstar ability, and that makes kicking a lot easier. So that's why Johnny Hecker has been converted to kicker, and Tucker McCann has been converted to punter as Newman with space. Oh, he tried to get it to or I'm not sure that was Latson or Ross underneath, but either way, I believe that was Eric Stokes that played through the offensive player and got the swat. That is textbook defense from Stokes, forcing the punt by the Minnesota Vikings. But DJ hit as he throws. Ball is deflected and intercepted. Mike Hughes finds himself the pigskin, trying to find some blocks. Oh, DJ himself has to make the tackle as Myers gets juked out, and that's simply not the play we needed. We had all the momentum on our side. Oh, that's a head-shaking move right there. That's where the coach throws his hands up, throws the clipboard on the ground. What are you doing, son? As we have a 3rd down carry, a 3rd down conversion by Chris Carson continues to be a pain in our side as Dalvin Cook underneath. Vikings love themselves a running back check down. We got to take that away on 2nd down and long. Pass protection holding up until Khalil Mack drives Newman into the ground. It's actually going to be an incomplete pass, not even a fumble, but Khalil Mack definitely created that one. 3rd down. It's a run for Carson, who ran over Jordan Birch with secure tackler. Madden? What? But anyways, we are able to make the tackle, and we are going to limit the DJ Uyongole turnover into just a field goal by the Minnesota Vikings. We have a 14-point lead with 23 seconds remaining in the first half. Emery on the handoff. Emery never stood a chance on that play. Pierce and Robinson immediately shedding, and we'll pretty much just take this at the end of halftime. I'm pretty content with a 14-point lead, unless John Emery can make something special happen. He tried it. He tried it. Mike Hughes on fire, able to make that big open field tackle, and we actually get ball to start the second half, so a chance to really accelerate our way out of the gym here. Some points here, make it a 3-possession game would be nice. And we start the drive off with the calming force. I like to call him John Emery. When DJ's, making some mistakes, throwing some interceptions, let's let Emery do the job, because Emery is more than capable. And Chenault as well on the screen pass. Got some great blocks before Morik is able to force him out of bounds. A solid gain of 7. Exactly what you like from a screen. That's what you like from a drag. As Amonra St. Brown, once again, he's had fumble issues. So we got to be careful with Amonra. Make sure he doesn't lose the ball any more time. So when we have the opportunity to give ourselves up, we might as well. Oh, Chenault! Looked like a touchdown for all intents and purposes, as DJ trying to step up in the pocket, brought down. So after that potential touchdown saving tackle on 2nd down and 9, it's Galladay. Look at the wheels on Kenny Galladay. How can a man so big move so fast? That's what the Vikings are trying to figure out as they watch John Emery get maybe a yard or two. But for us, easily a 3rd down conversion. We'll definitely take that, as once again, Amonra St. Brown underneath. And this is something that we worked on while we were trying to make that comeback against the Vikings in the last game, right? Amonra was getting open underneath a lot, and that seems to be translating in this game as well. Unfortunately, that 1st down conversion will be negated by another holding penalty. Like, come on, boys. Maybe no penalties for a couple of plays. And once again, though, we are able to right the ship after the penalty. That's going to be Chenault getting the catch out the backfield. 1st down and goal at the 8. Now 2nd down and goal at the 6. Antoine Littleton in. Littleton! Oh, he doesn't quite have the wheels to get his way all the way to the crib. It's Emery on 3rd down. It's Emery with an escort in Spain as he gets in for the touchdown. And John Emery is having himself a game once again against these Vikings. And I would say, just a bit more conservative approach on offense, right? We literally flipped the script where the Vikings were like, all right, oh, whoa, Walker! Oh, we had that one, man. That was Ed Reed-esque, and we dropped it, unfortunately. Tracy Walker has had a catching problem. For a man who has pick artists, like, hello, Madden, can any of these superstar abilities we have work the way they're intended to? But, I mean, we can be happy about having the lead we have right now, and the ball in the hands of Jamie and Sherwood trying to get away. It's Newman to beat, and Newman's able to force him out of bounds. I try to get a little sticky out there, but here we are once again. Ball in scoring range, as we seem to be having more often than not when we get the football delivered to us. John Emery, fake fullback dive. Oh, on the pitch. Nearly broke some ankles there. Unfortunately, not a 1st down. It's going to be Littleton. Littleton, as a short yardage running back, he gets the job done. Maybe not on stretches, but on plays like that, he gets the job done. And if you notice, the backups are actually in the game to start the 4th quarter. I wasn't going to bring the backups, and I thought a 21-point game in the 4th quarter was still doable for the Minnesota Vikings, as Littleton, oh my, carrying the pile, but going to come up just short of the 1st down here. But yeah, I was going to keep the starters in for at least the rest of this drive, but the Vikings actually paused to bring in their backups. So I was like, all right, if you're going to do that, I don't want to get guys suspended. I'll bring the backups in, and we'll just play it out from here. So it's a 24-point game with 8 minutes left. If we give up this lead, I will blame it on the rules of the league for the fact that I benched my guys simply because I didn't want them to get suspended. But so far, so good. It's 2nd down and 25, and Madison's absolutely feeling the pain after that hit, as we have a 3rd down and 17 for the backup superstar quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, the rookie. Oh, throwing up a hospital pass that was actually nearly caught there by Justin Ross, and that's going to be a punt by the Minnesota Vikings. So yeah, like I said, Vikings, they play very conservatively after we gave them great field position throughout. And, this time around against the Vikings, literally the exact opposite happened. It was the Vikings that gave us the opportunity, and I think DJ is going to end this game 10 for 11 passing as the garbage time master, Ty Johnson, trying to work his magic as we have Littleton in motion, going to hand off to Johnson there. Having some fun out here. Laviska Chenault running the ball. I don't know why we seem to run the ball best in garbage time when people are expecting to run, but that's what happens as we have Tyron Johnson getting the catch here on the RPO on 3rd down. We'll kick the field goal here with Johnny Hecker, just trying to let that clock bleed down, but yeah, at the end of the day, we're going to get a big win. We're going to split the season series against Minnesota. We'll be up a game in the standings right now. That'll move us to 4-1 in our run through divisional opponents, with that final game upcoming next week against Bryce Young and the Green Bay Packers, as we have Madison on the screen pass here. Madison somehow shaking away and getting a lot more than the first down before Khalil Mack makes the tackle. All right, Khalil Mack has been in some odd places. Definitely the scheme. We got to scheme Khalil Mack a little bit better, I feel like. But yeah, I would say we're doing pretty good in this divisional stretch right now, right? It was always going to be a tough stretch. It was always going to be tough to go undefeated when you play, 3 guys in 6 games, pretty much. Even though we played the CPU in one of those games, but. I'd say we're doing. I'm satisfied with what we're doing right now. I'd be a lot more satisfied if we get that win and the season series clinched against the Green Bay Packers, as checkdowns galore out here. Vikings still have, I believe, like 3 or 4 completions in this entire game that are not to their running backs, but. I'll just sip on my Kermit tea as we cover the running back here on second down. I guess that was the only read, so he'll throw it away. Man coverage looking stout against the backups at the very least. Man coverage doesn't work the best sometimes for us, but against the backups looking all good. Gronkowski is actually the backup tight end for the Minnesota Vikings. He's the second string tight end to Irv Smith Jr., so Gronk's seeing some PT right now as Madison on the 4th down and inches. He'll get the conversion there. Madison busy in this one as we send the blitz. Is absolutely picked up, and 4 verts there, everything covered. They just throw the ball away. Once again, it's 4 verts. Once again, we get the blitz in, and this time we're actually going to draw some loss of yardage, but it's going to be on intentional grounding after the unblocked defensive back forces the throwaway. So here's Buckner, 3rd down and 20, looking to make something special happen in what I believe has to be his NFL debut. Picked off. Christian Holmes with the interception. How about Christian Holmes? For a 4th string defensive back, Christian Holmes makes more noise than you'd expect. So tip of the cap to Christian Holmes, Rand. All right? He's been an unsung hero for our Lions squad for a couple of seasons at the back end of the bench, but the guy makes plays. So that's why we always have him on the roster. So that's officially going to do it. That's a victory for the Detroit Lions. We will move to 7-1. We move to 7-1 at the halfway point of this season. 7-1, we'll take that. We'll definitely take that, right? I wasn't sure how we would do this season on the next gen. A lot of things can happen. I still don't personally feel like I'm as good of a Madden player as I was last year, close to it, or even much better than I was a couple of seasons ago, but I guess just being committed to, not being trash has been good enough. So we'll take that, and hopefully we can continue that in the second half of the season. So leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe for more Madden 21 gameplay. Shout out to the Vikings. GG's both time around, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.